As Inauguration Day nears, the nation is on high alert as the FBI is warning of substantial danger. As the U.S. COVID-19 death toll nears 400,000, vaccine rollouts continue to move slower than expected.
Coming up, one local church is giving back in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is 1024 Action News at 11.
New at 11, you're looking live at the White House as the nation is on high alert just days ahead of the historic inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden. The FBI warning of substantial danger to law enforcement, political leaders, and the general public on the heels of the Capitol Hill riots. ABC's Raina Roy reports on the measures authorities are taking coast to coast as more arrests continue.
The nation on high alert, the streets of D.C. deserted, instead flooded with law enforcement barricades and fences. By Wednesday, 25,000 National Guard members expected, 5 times the number of American troops in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Our mission here is to protect our people and our property, and so we're going to do everything to make sure that they're successful.
A Virginia man arrested at a D.C. checkpoint Friday with an unauthorized inauguration credential. Police say he had a loaded handgun and 500 rounds of ammunition. He was charged with a single count of carrying a pistol without a license and was later released. The FBI concerned about possible improvised explosive devices and the ongoing threat to political leaders, saying the Capitol siege likely emboldened extremists. 4 bridges into the city will be closed. Much of the National Mall also shut down.
I don't know if anyone has raised their hand to say we are coming, we will be there, but we are preparing as if they are.
At least 10 states activating their National Guard troops. Some Capitol buildings now boarded up. Michigan legislators suspending session next week over credible threats. Authorities now working to determine whether lawmakers assisted rioters by giving building tours the day before. Coast-to-coast manhunts underway for suspects. Far-right media personality Tim Giannett, who calls himself Baked Alaska, arrested in Texas yesterday, allegedly spotted on video inside the Capitol chanting, "Patriots are in control." Deirdre Bolton, ABC News, New York.
The COVID-19 U.S. death toll is now approaching 400,000, according to Johns Hopkins University. ABC's Zohreen Shah reports Los Angeles is now the first county in the country to reach a staggering 1 million confirmed COVID-19 cases as vaccine rollouts continue to move slower than expected.
Tonight, the race to vaccinate sputtering along, demand outweighing supply across the country. Hundreds of would-be recipients in Houston sent home, disappointed after appointments were overbooked at this vaccination mega site.
There is not enough supply for the demand when everybody is wanting the vaccine right now.
Similar scenes unfolding coast to coast. Only 12 million doses have been administered of the 31 million distributed.
I looked and all the options were full.
California considered one of the worst in the nation when it comes to vaccinations. Iconic Dodger Stadium now a mass vaccination center. Ahead of the inauguration, the Biden team promising change. Incoming CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky on CBS's Face the Nation.
We are confident that we have enough vaccine for the 100 million doses over the next 100 days. That is what the president-elect has promised. It will be a hefty lift, but we have it in us to do that.
The shots cannot come soon enough. With that highly contagious UK variant of COVID-19 spreading across the country, hospitals are overrun and healthcare workers overwhelmed. In California, more than 500 people are dying daily. In Georgia, one medical center's ICU at 200% capacity.
We are having to treat patients in the hallways and also in the ambulances.
And at some Nashville hospitals, ICU capacity is down to 11%. Zohreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Another triple-digit increase of COVID-19 cases in Erie County. Tonight, the The State Department of Health is reporting 102 new positive COVID-19 cases for Erie County, moving the total since March of 2020 to over 14,000. Crawford County reporting 26 new COVID cases, Warren County up 4, Ashtabula County reporting 26 new cases tonight. Chautauqua County remains at 5,424. Across the Commonwealth, an additional 6,023 new positive cases reported and 122 new deaths. SCI Albion is reporting its first death of an inmate from COVID-19. The 67-year-old inmate died Saturday from the virus. The inmate did have an underlying medical condition and was sent to the hospital last Wednesday, where he contracted COVID-19. There are currently 186 current cases of COVID-19 with inmates and 32 active cases with staff at SCI Albion. Police were called to the Sheetz convenience store in Edinboro Saturday morning for a report of a robbery. According to police, 31-year-old Maurice Bush entered the store and demanded money from the cash register, making it look like he had a gun. The suspect fled with an unknown amount of cash. Troopers were able to identify Bush with the help of witnesses. He was arrested and confessed to the robbery. He is in the Erie County Prison. The accused suspect wanted in connection for Saturday's Buffalo Road quick-fill armed robbery is now in custody. According to Pennsylvania State Police, 30-year-old Amira Victoria Sager was taken into custody today. State Police also arrested 35-year-old Joshua Michael Bingham for the alleged armed robbery that happened at the East Lake Road Country Fair in Harbor Creek Township. Both individuals have been lodged at the Erie County Prison. A head-on crash Sunday afternoon sent 2 people to the hospital. Crews were called out to Mackey Hill Road and Lee Road around 3 Sunday afternoon. According to Erie County 911, when crews arrived on scene, they found 2 vehicles crashed head-on. 2 people were taken to the hospital with further injuries. State police are investigating the accident. A local man was rushed to surgery after being shot overnight. Erie City Police were called to East 12th and Ash Streets overnight, where they found a man in his late 20s with a gunshot wound. According to police, several shell casings were found at the scene. The victim was transported to UPMC Hammett, where he underwent surgery this morning. His current condition is unknown. Police have no suspects and they continue to investigate. In celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, one local church is giving back to the community. Julia Hazel reports on Christ Community Church honoring his legacy.
Really surreal for us to be able to capture the mission of Dr. King and his faith as well as his service in one event.
Dr. Martin Luther King's famous "I Have a Dream" speech has caught the attention of America's hearts and kept the world listening. The dream for Christ Community Church is to give back to the community.
Dr. King was passionate about community, he was passionate about justice, and he was passionate about need.
To help those in need, the church was giving away donated blankets and clothes along with blessing bags.
In the blessing bags, we have a little bit of something for the people. There's shampoo, conditioner, there's toilet paper, there's some have Gatorade.
One civil rights leader explains how looking after one another, especially those in need, is all a part of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision.
So we try to do good where we can. We still hope and believe in our democracy and the strength of the United States.
Julia Hazel, Jet 24 Action News.
Coming up on Jet 24 Action News at 11 o'clock, the Erie Zoo plans to do some major renovating this spring. We'll tell you about the 2 different projects they have on the horizon. First, let's turn to Craig. Hey, Craig.
Brian, so some steady light snow continues, making for pretty looking pictures out there tonight. We'll take a look live outside and tell you how much to expect coming up.
From your news leader, you're watching Brian Wilk